Today's demonstration happened after other avenues were exhausted, and after infection rates have been climbing daily in Florida's prisons, jails, and detention centers, advocates said. A man in Florida encased his arms in barrels full of concrete outside the governor's mansion in Tallahassee on Friday in protest of the state's continuing to hold prisoners amid the coronavirus pandemic. Tallahassee police arrested Jordan Mazurek, 28, around 10:30 a.m. after they cut him out of two 55-gallon drums of concrete that were connected by PVC pipe. Mazurek was first seen outside the mansion, where Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a Republican, lives, at 6 a.m. Mazurek wore a surgical mask and sat between the two black drums painted in white letters. One said "Stop the Massacre," while the other read "Free Prisoners Now," in protest of the living conditions of those who remain imprisoned amid the pandemic. At least 4 Florida inmates have died and thousands have been quarantined by the state, the News Service of Florida reported. Tallahassee police officers attempted to talk Mazurek out of the protest because he had the power to remove himself from the barrels, but ultimately authorities brought in a jackhammer to break the concrete that surrounded his hands over a period of 2 hours, the Tallahassee Democrat reported. 3 others helped Mazurek place the barrels for his protest and were spotted at the scene. Karen Smith, 45, tried to escape on foot, police said, and was arrested for fleeing the scene. Mazurek, who was released after police arrested him for resisting arrest and obstructing justice, was not immediately available for comment, but the Campaign to Fight Toxic Prisons, a group he helped found, said in a statement that the act highlighted the need for the governor to release inmates to protect against the spread of the coronavirus among the prison population. Today's demonstration happened after other avenues were exhausted, and after infection rates have been climbing daily in Florida's prisons, jails, and detention centers, the group said. Infection rates are over 10 times higher inside than outside, and this will only worsen if nothing is done. The campaign said Mazurek's act was not taken on behalf of any individual or organization, but added that protests would continue to escalate until action is taken to stop this preventable disaster from worsening. Adding news, ex-mayor in California who quit after criticizing Trump dies in plane crash. Kirby died in a plane he was piloting. He caused an outcry for online posts criticizing Trump's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. The former mayor of a Northern Californian city who stepped down after he harshly criticized President Donald Trump and his supporters, died Saturday in a plane crash, the Sacramento Bee reported. Dr. Bill Kirby, who was the mayor of Auburn, died in the crash Saturday morning near the Auburn Municipal Airport, officials told the Bee. Kirby, a urologist, was the pilot of the plane that crashed shortly after 11 a.m., the newspaper reported. A passenger in the plane suffered minor injuries and was transported to a hospital, according to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. The Bee reported that a Facebook post from Sacramento political consultant Jeff Raimundo carried a statement from the Kirby family confirming he was the victim. "Our family is devastated by this tragic news," the statement by the family said. Bill devoted decades of enthusiastic and loving support to his family, his patients and the Auburn community he loved so much. "We will miss him immensely but take comfort in knowing he died while flying, one of the other loves of his life." Kirby, 72, had been a licensed pilot since at least 2009, according to public records cited by the Bee. Kirby gained notoriety last week after social media posts criticizing Trump's response to the coronavirus pandemic and comparing the president's supporters to KKK members. Kirby's posts and statements created an outcry and calls for his recall. He told the Auburn Journal a week ago that his Facebook posts were made on a personal page and that this has nothing to do with my job. I reposted it. He announced during a city council meeting Monday that he was stepping aside from his post as mayor and was expected to be succeeded by Councilman Daniel Berlant, the Bee reported.